One of the last few actual Conservative MPs in the Tory party, Lee Anderson, has been receiving a lot of attacks from the liberal mainstream media, but he is not giving up. Oh yes, it's time for another video about another example of Lee Anderson standing up to the media establishment. This one is an interview with Rachel Johnson, the sister of Boris Johnson, a former Prime Minister, who is a bit of a liberal lefty. I believe she actually even either wanted to stand or definitely supported the Liberal Democrats at some point against Brexiteers. But this video, this interview was on Talk TV, and Rachel was there interviewing, asking questions from Lee Anderson on one of the attacks on Lee Anderson is they call him 30p Lee. And he's going to explain what it actually was about, because the Labour side and all the Liberals keep calling him, well, 30p Lee, 30p Lee. This is a story, basically, because it's got something to do with food banks and, as Margaret Thatcher would say, good housekeeping.
And as a housewife myself, I've got to ask you very quickly, if you had 30p, Lee, how would you provide a meal out of 30p?
She's never lived, Lee. She's never lived.
Including electricity or gas.
So I keep it.
So basically the allegation was that you told people, Lee Anderson, that you should live on 30p, 30 pence. The reality is what he's going to explain.
Yeah, I keep hearing this 30p, Lee. I mean, a cook, a local chef, told me he could feed a family of 5 for 50 quid. He was somebody I worked with at a local food bank.
Or 50p?
50 quid, a family of 5 for a week, 50 quid. So I challenged him, and we did a ready, steady cook, got 4 MPs there, film crew. We got 50 quid's worth of groceries from the local Aldi, and he made 172 meals with us for 50 quid. It worked out.
That's it. So that was the story, and he used that as an example to say that, you know, it's not easy, but you can, if you have to in life, when you're in a short-term problem, cost of living crisis, you can budget better.
30 pence each, that's where the 30p came from, for batch cooking. I then invited every single Labour MP to come to my food bank to take part in this project, and they all refused. But what...
Sorry, by the way, I have to keep pausing because of copyright issues. It's not really that I want to keep pausing, but I also want to react. That's the problem. So they claim that he said, well, you have to live on 30p. That's not what he said. It's about batch cooking, and you can actually get the value for money. Secondly, they claim that Lee Anderson doesn't care about normal people, the little people, the poor, the man who literally comes from that background, and the man who actually has been helping with food banks. And when he asked the Labour side to actually come and, you know, help out, they refused. That's the problem.
He didn't refuse to do is slate me in the media of this. All I was trying to do is help people budget and cook. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Nothing, but I asked you how you would make a meal for 30p, and you told me how the chef made the meal, but I'll let that go.
Oh, see, that's the problem I have with these people like Rachel Johnson. Why do you have to... He answered your question. That was it. But you have to make it sensational. It's all about sensationalism. So, and it didn't say the chef cooked. The chef helped. Oh.
Well, I think
he didn't. Well, no. I want to come back at you. Because it was 4 MPs under the instruction of a chef who made the meals. We actually made the meals. He just coached us how to do it. He trained us how to make the meals. We actually physically made the meals. So that's how you make a meal for 30p.
That's it. And I'm so glad that we finally have someone like Lee Anderson in Parliament and in this political circus that doesn't back down, doesn't surrender, and doesn't concede defeat because of the cancel culture that we have right now. You know, if you get accused of something that you haven't actually done, don't apologize, don't surrender. You have to defend your position. You have to keep believing in yourself and have some conviction. If you've done something wrong in life, then yeah, apologize, redeem yourself, be a better person. But if you haven't done anything wrong, don't just bow down to this mob rule mentality. It's just absolutely disgusting. So thank you, Lee Anderson, for giving us some sort of hope for the future. Even if it doesn't mean that you're going to be the next Tory party leader, at least there is a bit of hope that someone somewhere in politics, there's a few of you guys left who are doing something right for the people of this great nation. Let me know what you think. We're going to come back in half an hour with more updates. I'm Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.